We've all had those awkward moments, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You go in for a hug while someone goes in for a handshake, or when someone says thank you and you reply, you too. But while these moments happen to everyone, some people feel more socially awkward than others, and some of these people might even describe themselves as having social anxiety. And as a result, these people struggle to be comfortable in all, if not most, social settings. The bad news is that you can't help how you feel, but the good news is that you can learn how to conquer this. So here's a look at a few tips to help you be less socially awkward. Number 1, arrive early. Gatherings and parties can be especially hard, as you might find it difficult to navigate large groups with ease. And although you can always decline invitations, avoiding these types of situations can only heighten nervousness. So one tip is to arrive early. It's usually easier to walk into a room with only a handful of people compared to walking into a room with a large group. Plus, you might feel less overwhelmed when you're able to greet guests as they arrive. Number 2, prepare practice questions. Some people feel socially awkward when they don't know what to say to others. The trick to overcome this is to have a few basic questions in your arsenal, which are questions that can work for anyone and in any situation. For example, you can ask, how do you know the host? Allow them to answer and then talk about your relationship with them. Is it summertime? If so, ask how they've been enjoying the warmer weather. These questions can easily break the ice, allowing the other person to open up, and they'll probably ask you a few questions in exchange. Number 3, silence is okay. Realize that you don't have to fill every single moment with chatter in social settings. It's okay to have some pauses in conversations. Not only is it okay, it's also completely natural. So if you don't have anything else to say, don't force it. If you can think of something to say to continue the conversation, great. But if not, let them know it was nice speaking with them and move on to the next person. Keep in mind, conversations are a two-way street. Number 4, listen and stay on topic. It's also important to stay on topic during conversations, which involves listening. When you feel socially awkward and don't know what to say, you might ramble on random topics or go off on long tangents. An easy way to combat this is to listen to what they are saying and stop focusing so much on what you're going to say next. This way, you can piggyback off of something in their last statement to continue the conversation. For example, if they mention a camping trip where they went kayaking, you might use this as an opportunity to ask camping tips or mention how much you enjoy kayaking. Continue this pattern and you'll learn how to have more comfortable interactions with people. Number 5, role play. Not only can you prepare questions and listen, you can also role play and practice your conversation skills with someone. Pretend you're in a social setting and start a conversation, but don't script or rehearse this conversation. Have the other person respond naturally, and then use the aforementioned tips to converse with ease. Practice makes perfect, so don't give up just because you fumble over your words. Number 6, get out of your head. At the end of the day, you're not the only one who feels socially awkward or who deals with social anxiety. Honestly, many people are so focused on not appearing socially awkward themselves that they're not even worrying or noticing the awkwardness of others. Also, the way we perceive ourselves isn't always how others see us. In your mind, your awkwardness is center stage, but to others, you're acting completely normal. Number 7, embrace the awkwardness. The reality is, awkwardness is going to happen. Even if you master these skills, you're not a robot, so don't be so hard on yourself. And if others perceive your awkwardness, it's okay to acknowledge this or even make a joke out of it. Laugh it off and say something like, hey, awkwardness is my middle name. You'll be surprised by the number of people who find this relatable. And finally, relax. Learning a few relaxation techniques can make a world of difference. For example, smile as you speak. Did you know that the mere act of smiling can help you feel more relaxed and confident? Also, speak slowly. You're less likely to get tongue-tied. Plus, when you speak at a slower pace, it'll be easier to get your thoughts out. You can also learn to practice good eye contact, but don't stare. As a good rule of thumb, look away every few seconds, moving your eyes gradually.